We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go, we're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go. Hi everybody, I'm Sophie, he's Mike, and she's Brenda, and welcome to On the Road with Mickey. If you're returning for another adventure with us, welcome back. We are so glad you have returned safely. And if this is your first episode with us and you're new here, welcome. It's so nice to meet you, and I'm going to show you the reins today. First up, we have our Cheddar from the Big Cheese, which is basically our Disney news snippets. And then after that, we have our feature topic, which is what we talk about for most of the episode. And then after that, we have our This Day in Disney History, brought to you by me. And after that is our game of Who's Who, and that is brought to you by Mike, my dad. Oh, fair warning, I'm almost never wrong when it comes to this game. I almost always win it. And then after that, Brenda will be giving us a quote from the big man himself, Walt Disney, and it's just going to be amazing. So buckle up, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the car at all times. Make sure you're safe, fasten your seatbelts, all that good stuff. And we will see you on the road. It's time to get going. Let's go!
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and she's Sophie,
And she's Brenda.
Hi, everyone.
and we're on the road with Mickey. This is season 2, episode 16 for April 19th, 2021, and we want to give a shout out to our special guest, Grogu. Grogu, say hi.
Good job, Grogu.
He
Good
waved.
job.
He waved.
He doesn't speak much. There's no food in front of his face, so he's not too animated.
Nah.
Our feature topic today is our top 10 Disney snacks. Brenda's got a list, Sophie's got a list, I've got a list, and we got some listener favorite snacks as well that we want to cover as well. And we're going to get to that in just a minute, but first we have some cheddar from the Big Cheese. And normally I give baby announcements to Sophie to talk about, but she's got something that I think is more up her style. So I took this one. And over at Animal Kingdom, they announced that a brand new baby mandrill was born on April 10th.
Yay.
Her name is Ivy,
Yay,
and
Ivy.
she was born. That's right. Brenda has a granddaughter named Ivy.
I do.
And she was born to first time mom Hazel and dad Linus, and is doing really well. And you can even see mom and baby out on the Kilimanjaro Safaris ride. So be on the lookout.
Yay.
So,
So sweet. So sweet.
Aw.
yeah. All right,
Well, I
Sophie.
just looked up what a mandrill is, and it's a monkey for those of you who don't know. And they are absolutely adorable. I implore you to go check them out. The babies, especially, are so cute.
Oh, sweet.
Now, on to the, well, big announcement, in my opinion. Out west, we've learned that while Disneyland has been closed, the ghosts at the Haunted Mansion have been working on some improvements to the estate. New tombstones can be seen featuring some newly departed pets, and some new decorations adorn inside the mansion. And I don't know what that entails, but I know one thing. I love the pet cemetery at the Haunted Mansions. They are just so amazing. I love cemeteries in general, so this is exciting to me.
Exciting news.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. As more things continue to open and reservations continue to open over there. So yay,
Yep.
that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they've been testing the people mover. Oh my goodness gracious. You know, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat wondering if on May 30th, when I get there, if I'm going to be able to ride the people mover. So They're testing it. It's a sign that it could happen. I'm keeping my fingers, toes, everything crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're
We shall
keeping it
see.
crossed with you, Brenda.
Thank
We
you.
th- we thought that it would be open when we went there for our last trip, everyone, and
Yeah,
of course, you know how that turned out.
I know.
And
Yep.
I was hoping
seriously,
that for y'all.
this is beginning to become sort of a theme on this channel. Oh, we have news that the People Mover is going to be open. It's not going to be open.
Yeah.
They're
Get
stringing
with the
us
program,
along.
Disney. Come on.
Yep, they're stringing us
Yeah.
along.
Hmm.
What's happening at
Anyway,
Universal, Mike?
lastly, over at Universal, we are learning that Lowe's Sapphire Falls Resort is set to reopen on May 18th. This is
Ooh.
great news. And I don't know if we covered it or not, but the new Jurassic World roller coaster called the Velocicoaster opens on June 10th. So things over at Universal are kind of picking up some steam a little bit. And I know a lot of people are excited about the Velocicoaster, including Lisa, our
That
boss.
thing's a monster. That is a monster roller coaster, y'all. You won't be seeing Brenda on it.
Oh, you'll be seeing me on it
One day.
sometime.
Yeah, at some point. So, anyway, that's all the cheddar from the big cheese we have. Just a reminder, if you're watching us on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like. Um, look at Brenda, look at Sophie, look at me. Try not to laugh when you see me, though, okay?
Look at Sophie. That's the
Look
best
at
thing to
Grogu.
concentrate on.
Look at Grogu. There
Grogu's
you go.
cute.
Hey.
Anyway, hit the like and then hit the subscribe
Subscribe.
button, and then
Yep.
you'll get notifications. So,
And if you like the
anyway,
episode, hit like. And if you don't like the episode, hit like twice. Thank
there you
you.
go.
That's true. That's a very good point.
All right. So that takes us into our feature topic. This week, we are talking about our top 10 Disney snacks. We are focusing on the Walt Disney World Resort this week. And I'm going to give it to Brenda to give us her first one. And we're going to just do it a round table 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9, and all the way down to 1, 1, 1.
Oh,
And
sounds good.
so, Brenda, what'd you get for number 10?
Well, my number 10 is the dark chocolate caramel with sea salt from Caramel Couche at Epcot. And I never know if I'm saying that
Ooh.
right,
I
but
don't either. I don't either.
that
Is it
dark
in
chocolate
Germany?
caramel,
It
yeah,
is in Germany. Yep.
so good.
And
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
like the
square.
lines. I don't
Uh,
like the lines. It always seems like there's a long line. And
Well,
so
there seems like there's a long line everywhere though, because they're 6 feet apart.
that's true. That's true. That's a
Yeah,
good
that's
point.
very true.
I just love that dark chocolate caramel. It's so rich and oh, it's so good with that sea salt. It's really good. Yum.
Man, that sounds good.
Yay!
I
What
Well,
don't
did you
like dark chocolate a whole lot. So
Oh,
for
well,
me
there
to
you
say
yeah.
go.
it sounds good, that
They
must
have
be.
the same one in milk chocolate, by the way.
Oh, good. Good,
Okay,
good.
now that is a game changer right there.
Yeah.
Sure
But
is.
speaking of Epcot,
Ooh,
my favorite is the Honey Peach Freeze from the Flower and Garden Festival. That is my number 10.
yum.
Mhm.
Yeah, and a funny story about it. So there are two types of the Honey Peach Freeze. There's the regular one, and then there's one where they add in some blueberry vodka to it.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
I was going to get a regular one, and I gave the guy at the counter my receipt because that's what they do. They give you your receipt after you pay for it, and then they make it for you. He gives it to the girl in the back. Well, apparently there was a miscommunication because not even 5 seconds later, he's like, wait, 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 regular, 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 which is a very good thing because I'm underage and I'm not meant to be having alcohol in my drinks yet.
Oh, I bet it tastes just as good. It probably tastes better without the alcohol.
I mean,
I'm
Probably.
gonna
who
have to try one
knows?
of those.
Yeah, the blueberry might have offset it a little because it tasted very vanilla to me. But that was because the honey was so sweet.
And you
Mm.
say that's only flower and garden drink, Sophie?
Yes, in fact, I
Yeah.
think that it might be only this flower and garden because it seems like they change around their menus every
Mm-hmm.
year.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because I'll be there before it ends. So I'm
So
Mhm.
gonna
try it
try it.
out, Brenda. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yay. What is your
Well,
number 10, Mike?
my number 10 is very lame. It has nothing to do with chocolate or peach freezes or flowers and gardens or alcohol. I am going with the Mickey pretzel with cheese, which
Yum.
you can find all over the parks. I have had one while I was waiting for the parade for the scary Halloween party with my
Uh-oh.
friends Sam and Stephanie, and I had one then, and that was really good. And so that's my memory attached to the food because there's always a memory attached to food for me. So
Yeah, for sure. And those savory snacks are great. I have a guest who just swears by those. Kevin, I'm looking at you. Loves the pretzel. Oh my goodness gracious.
shout out to Kevin. Is he
That's right.
watching? Does he watch? Make sure you
He
tag
better.
him and he better watch. Yeah.
I'll tag him.
All right, Brenda, what do you got for number 9 on your list?
My number 9 is the Mickey ice cream bar.
Uh,
Ooh.
Mickey Premium Ice Cream
That's
Bar,
right. That you can
way
get
down
all
at number
over.
9.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm a cake kind of person, so the ice cream ones kind of got up closer to the 10, but I had quite a few of those, so yeah,
Yeah,
sorry about that. And the
you
only reason
say
is the other ones are bigger.
yeah, you say you're a cake person, but you have a lot of ice cream on your list, Miss Brenda.
Yeah, I have a lot of ice cream, but the like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are pretty, yeah, those are more
That's true. That
like,
is very, very true.
Okay.
Well, my number 9 is neither cake nor ice cream, and it is actually a candy, and it is called the Tutti Frutti Lollipop from Goofy's Candy Co.
mm,
And I just love it. It is a great thing, and it lasts so long. Like, I got mine the last time I got a lollipop, it was like this big. And I got it at Disney Springs. It took me about 2 weeks to finish that thing. And I was eating it fairly regularly.
Yeah.
those are good.
Yeah,
Those
they
just
are.
say Disney. I mean, just
Oh
looking at
yeah.
them,
Yeah.
they're so
Mhm.
beautiful.
So,
Yeah, they
Yay!
are.
number 9 on my list is the soft serve ice cream in a waffle cone that you can get over in Animal Kingdom at the Anandapur ice cream truck. And it's such a cool setting anyway because you got this really coolly painted truck. It's basically a food truck, right,
It
Brenda?
is, and it's
It
And
cool
um
is.
looking.
and the
Very
story behind
colorful.
it, is Sophie and I wanted ice cream. It was Black Friday on Thanksgiving weekend a few years back, and we were like, "Come on, let's go get some ice cream." No one else wanted ice cream, and so we went to the lady. And we're like, "We would like to get this," and she got it for us. And then we like, "Okay, where do we go to pay?" And she was like, "You don't go anywhere to pay because this one is on the house." And it was
Yay!
so cool. But if you do have to pay, they're only like $5, and it's like a gallon of ice cream. So you're not
Not a
gonna
gallon of ice cream, but it is a
a
lot of
lot
ice
of ice
cream.
cream, and
Yeah.
so you are definitely getting your money's worth when you
Yay!
get one, even if you spend the $5. But it was an awesome ice cream, wasn't it, Sophie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yum. And it tastes twice as good when it's free.
you know it.
Uh-huh.
All right, Brenda, back to you for number 8.
Back to ice cream. My number 8 is the chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwich, the big chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwich. It's like this big for each cookie, and it has 3 scoops of vanilla ice cream inside.
Oh
You can get
man.
it at the Plaza Ice Cream. You can also get it over at Animal Kingdom too, and they're good. They're hard to eat. What I mean, I don't like being sticky or dirty, so I barely touch it, but I still get messy. It's huge. So, but it's
Mhm.
so worth it. It's definitely a shareable snack.
Oh yeah, totally,
Yeah.
totally.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
my 8. What is your 8, Sophie?
My number 8 is something that really should be higher, but I just love everything else so much, and that is the beignets at the French Quarter.
Mmm.
I love beignets. I love them, I love them, I love them. Daddy, when are we going to get beignets again?
I don't know. We got to figure that out. And you know what? We need to invite Brenda and Butch up to Raleigh, and we need
Yes,
to
we
take them.
do.
We need to take them to Mr. A's beignets. And let's face facts:
Absolutely.
if you want
Yes.
a kickin' beignet in outside of Disney, come to Raleigh. We'll go down. We'll have beignets, and you will die with a smile on your face. Let me tell you,
Uh-huh.
No
they,
doubt.
they are that good.
Hmm.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
you'll eat yourself into a food coma and then you'll die happy. That is how it
Yeah,
happens. That's always how it happens.
they're
So,
so
yes,
good.
beignets at the French Quarter. We need them, we need them, we need them.
We
Open
need
up the
the
French
French
Oh,
Quarter.
Quarter. Yes.
we need
Open
the
it up.
French Quarter. We need the French Quarter.
Please
Hmm.
open it up.
And you know
What?
what? Even if they can't open the hotel, the resort part of it, the where you stay there, maybe they can open it up for the food court so people can walk over and get their beignets and then just spend some time walking the grounds.
Hmm.
That's true. If they'll let
That
people
because
come in.
it's such a beautiful resort,
I know.
and it would be an awesome experience just to say, hey, I'm driving over from beignets and park your car and spend a couple hours and just walk the grounds a bit. Oh man, it
It's
would be
so
awesome.
nice. So
It's
nice over
so
Yeah.
there.
quiet and peaceful.
And
So
they might also want to think about, when they redo Splash Mountain and it's themed around Tiana, they need to serve beignets. They need to have some kind of at least kiosk place in that area and have some beignets because they're
certainly.
hard to get. I mean, you can only get them over there. So,
Yeah, yeah,
not
Hmm.
everybody's going to make a trip to a resort, but they need to think about doing that by Splash
yeah.
Mountain whenever
You're
they refurb.
you're right. That's a good idea, Brenda. So Disney, we
Yep.
know that you're taking note of these suggestions. We do know you are. All right.
That's
So
right.
number 8 on my list is the Minute Maid frozen lemonade cup that you can find at various locations. The place that I specifically remember was just outside of Rafiki's Planet Watch. And there was just a little kiosk, and I was able to get one. And I think it was like strawberry lemonade, and it was the cup where you had the spoon to eat with.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was so good, so good.
Yeah,
Very
that
refreshing
kind
on a
of,
hot day.
it kind of reminds me of those Nestle ice cream bites.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
those
Except
were
this
good
is
too.
frozen lemonade.
Yeah, but I mean, you get them in the same locations.
Yeah.
sounds great.
All right, Brenda.
Oh,
Number 7. We're counting down
number
fast here.
7. Number 7 on my list is another ice cream treat. And it's also from the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor at Magic Kingdom. Chocolate mint ice cream sundae in a waffle cone. I
Hmm.
love chocolate mint ice cream. It's my fave.
Not me.
So, so good.
You
You
can
can
have
keep the
ours.
mint, we'll
I'm
keep
gonna
the
keep the
chocolate.
mint.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
well, I
I
have
have
take
to have the
chocolate
chocolate with my
chip
mint.
every day. I'll take chocolate chip every day, but not chocolate mint.
I like chocolate chip too, but I like chocolate mint better. Yum.
more for you, my dear.
Yay, that's just what I need. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And speaking of the Plaza Ice Cream Shop, that's another venue that needs to reopen.
Yes, please.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Please. Please. All right. What is your number 7, Sophie?
My number 7 is actually moving into a series of drinks that I really like. And the problem with most of these is that you can't actually find them in a quick service location. You actually find them in reservation restaurants, but I just love them so much that I can't go without mentioning. And the first one of them is called the Cakey Lemonade. And you can find it at the Polynesian Resort. It is, you would think that it would be a yellow color or something because it has pineapple in it, and actually it has passion fruit and stuff in it too, but it's actually a very pretty turquoise green color, and it is
Mm,
so sweet. I love it. I love sweet things.
sounds great. And that's a Keki, right? It's not cakey. It's
It is
not cakey
K
like
E
K
I
Cakey.
K I. Yeah, it's
It's not cakey like chocolate cakey.
Yeah. Yeah.
no, it is Keiki.
Awesome.
And at first, when I went looking for it again, I was like, I know this isn't an alcoholic drink, so why is it being served in a lounge? But it turns out it is not alcoholic. It was the only non-alcoholic drink that they serve at that lounge. And, well, I like it, and I can probably go find a recipe for it.
There you go.
That sounds
There you
good.
go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why is it that so many of my drink snacks involve not having alcohol, but
I
being
don't
close
know.
to it? Oh dear.
Anyway, moving on. My
Yeah.
number 7 is a cookie that we found at Everything Pop in the food court, and it is the M&M sugar cookie,
Mm.
and it is so good, and the name says it all. You got an awesome sugar cookie. You got M&Ms.
What more can you
Enough
want?
said. Enough said.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I bet it melts in your mouth.
No, I have to chew it,
Oh,
and I love it because I love the chewingness of it.
Yeah. Daddy likes things that are chewy.
Yeah.
yep. That's a good thing.
All right, Brenda, number 6,
My number 6 is
ice
all
cream.
encompassing. No, it's not. It's not ice cream. I'm off of ice cream for the time being at least. Well, yeah, actually. But I'm I'm generally known worldwide
Okay.
as a cupcake fanatic.
Uh huh.
And Disney has fantastic cupcakes everywhere,
Yeah.
especially their seasonal cupcakes. But my number 6 is literally any Disney cupcake because they're
Oh,
all
okay.
fantastic. I love them. They're so
Oh
good.
goodness. So you're saying that ice cream took up, like, let me see here, one, two, three slots on your list, and you're going to do the cupcakes injustice by only giving them one?
But there's too many, there's more than 10 that are awesome. So I didn't want to just do a cupcake for all
She
10
didn't want to
slots.
diss the other cupcakes.
That's true,
She didn't want
except
them
that,
feeling bad about themselves.
That's
okay,
right.
that's
That's
true,
right.
aside from the fact that she's got another cupcake higher up on her list that I can see.
Anyway, you
Well,
don't give away Brenda's list, Sophie.
Hey, I'm not saying she can't do the same for me. She just hasn't taken me up on that yet.
So, Sophie, what do you have for number 6 on your list? Because I want to tell my number 6, so I need you to talk.
Okay. My number 6 is another drink, and it's called the Sunset Boulevard. And yes, you would think it would be an orange drink because sunset, but once again, it is a blue turquoise green drink. And
yum.
last the last time we were recording, because this is actually, I'm spoiling the magic, it's taking place on 2 days, I had a drink with a glowing ice cube in it, and that is where I got it from. I got it from that Sunset Boulevard that I had at the Brown Derby in Hollywood Studios. And I'm getting thirsty again, so I'm gonna have to settle for my Dasani water.
Okay. Well,
That's a good choice.
that is a good choice. Um, and Sunset Boulevard sounds like an alcoholic drink too, doesn't it, Brenda?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yes.
I
I
think
think
it's
that
really because I'm about to turn.
20.
You're still gonna be too young though.
Yeah.
I know, but I
You're
have to
killing
make
us.
sure. I know, I am giving all of the other young people who are underage to be drinking non-alcoholic choices
There
to
you
drink
go.
instead. I am
Good
being a
choice.
good
Way to go.
influence. That's
You
what
are.
I'm doing.
That's
Good
right.
job,
And
Sophie.
you're
Good
also
job.
giving me ideas because I can't drink alcohol because it has histamines, which I'm highly allergic to. So you're giving me ideas for really great tasting things that I can also enjoy. And I appreciate that.
Exactly.
That is
Exactly.
true.
And
Heads up.
I think it really comes down to the fact that just about everyone has invented a drink that you can add alcohol to.
That's true.
I don't know. If I ever see someone adding alcohol to milk, I might just be sick.
I don't know. Hmm.
You're broken up on me there, Soph. But anyway,
I was saying, if anyone ever added alcohol to milk, I would be sick.
that would be nasty. You're right. You're right. So no, can't add alcohol to anything.
Hmm
All
Anyway,
right.
one last thing. That Sunset Boulevard, it tastes like cotton candy.
Oh,
Okay.
that sounds great.
So number 6 on my list, I found it at La Cantina de San Angel,
Oh,
and I have also had them over at Disney Springs, and of course, I've had them at Disneyland, and they are the
oh,
bomb at Disneyland and California Adventure,
know
and
what that is.
that would be the churros. I love the churros.
Yay!
And
La
actually,
churro.
churros at Disney World are not as bad as I have portrayed them before. It's been a while since I've had them though, so I need to have another taste test. Brenda, maybe you should try all. Maybe here's what we're gonna do, Brenda. Okay,
Okay.
you're gonna take our list, right, Sophie? You're gonna take all 30 of these items,
Oh my
and you're
goodness.
gonna eat every single one of them and report back on your list from 30 down to 1. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And of course, we're gonna give you some of the money to do all
Oh
this.
yes,
We
funding.
are.
Funding the project.
Okay,
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Sophie's gonna fund the project. Awesome, Soph.
Yay!
I'm gonna fund my 10. You can worry about your 10 on your own, Daddy.
So
You
how's
guys
that
are
sound, Brenda?
hilarious.
You know,
That
you
is
can get Butch
hilarious.
involved. He can try some of these with
That's
you.
right. He'd have to
Yeah.
try some because I wouldn't be able to try some.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So anyway, try the churros. Let me know what you think.
I will. I
Okay.
will do it.
All right.
Yay.
So we're in our top 5.
Top
hmm
5. My
Brenda,
number
take it
5
away.
is a savory, and
Savory.
it's
Okay.
delicioso. It is the macaroni and cheese with pulled pork at 8 spoons at Animal Kingdom. It is so good, and it comes in a bowl. And if you're on the dining plan, you don't need to use a quick service credit for lunch
It's a snack.
because it's plenty and it's a snack credit, and you can use it as lunch. It's a macaroni and cheese. They also have it with shrimp on it, which I can't have, but I can have the pulled pork one, and it's delicious, and it's perfect size for lunch, and you could just use a snack credit. Save your quick service for another time.
There you go.
That is wonderful.
Great
Very
tip.
good.
Thank you, Brenda.
You're
hmm
welcome. You're welcome.
So Sophie, number 5 on your list.
My number 5 is a fan favorite, and that is the Dole Whip.
Oh yeah.
I love the Dole Whips. I
Mhm.
It's a
actually
fan favorite.
have only ever had them at Disneyland before, but I recently learned that you can get them at Disney World, and although I have yet to
Sure.
try one, I definitely want to because just Dole Whips are amazing, and I love pineapple. Pineapple is one of my favorite things.
That sounds good. I know a lot of people, the Dole Whip is at the top of their
Oh
list for Walt
yeah.
Disney World, for
Yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you know what? It's just not my jam.
And that's okay. You're
That
entitled to your opinions.
yeah. And I have a lot of friends that say, Mike, you're a nut job for it.
Yeah. Dole Whip is well received there. And
Yeah.
I'm
I
allergic to
mean,
pineapple and citrus, so I can't have a Dole Whip and I can't have a citrus swirl. So, but they're
Oh
very
yeah.
ultra
mm,
popular. So anybody out there who's never been, everyone loves Dole Whip.
Yep.
Everyone who can eat it.
Yeah.
Then
Except Mike.
I
Except
would
Mike.
be careful about the cakey lemonade, Miss
Yeah,
Brenda,
I
because that
won't
one
do it if it has pineapple or
it
citrus.
has pineapple juice and citrus juice in it. So
Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah, I
be
have to read
careful about that.
ingredients, but
Mm-hmm.
I know everybody loves a Dole Whip. You have like probably the whole community of listeners with you, Sophie.
Yeah. So number 5 on my list is a savory treat as well. And a buddy of mine used to call them emu legs, but it's the jumbo turkey leg.
Oh, okay. You scared me for a minute.
He talked about how big those things are that they really not a turkey.
uh, sorry, Daddy, you broke up on us, but I think I know what you were saying.
Yep, you
What
like
did I
the big
say?
turkey leg.
You were
Yep.
saying that they were so big they weren't from a turkey, they were from emu.
Yeah. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. They're a jumbo turkey leg. That's what they're advertised as, and that's what I'm going to keep it as.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're so good, and Sophie likes them, and so we'll each nibble on them, and we spend our money and we get so much for it. We never finish the whole thing, ever.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's just too much. But it's really good. It's a favorite, and we get them up here in Raleigh, Brenda. We get them at the state fairgrounds too,
Oh, yeah.
and
They
they
have them
are
at the
just as
state fair
good
in
then.
Texas too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The thing that we love about our state fair is that we're 2 miles from the location,
Wow,
and
that's
night
awesome.
they have fireworks every night.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So
Yeah, I'm like 4.5 hours from Dallas, so yeah, I won't be hopping over for the fireworks. But
so
that's
anyway,
awesome.
that's my number 5, the jumbo turkey leg.
Yay!
Number 4, Brenda.
Number 4 for me is the Cheshire Cattail,
Oh,
which can currently be gotten at Cosmic Rays at Magic Kingdom. It's usually at the Cheshire Cafe there, the little building, but it's
Mm-hmm.
closed right now. So Cosmic Rays, go over there. The Cheshire Cattail is so good. It is a chocolate. It tastes just like a chocolate croissant. So anyone who loves a chocolate croissant will love it, except it has pink and purple drizzle icing on the top. It is so good. You have to try it. And it's a shareable snack too. I mean, you can easily share it with 3 other people. So I think most of my snacks are shareable snack. Well,
I
yeah,
think I think the majority of snacks at
I
Disney
think
are shared.
so. I think
Yeah,
so
they
too. And
are.
when people look at the prices, they might think, my gosh, that's so much for a whatever. But
Mhm.
you can at least share it with one other person.
At least, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Disney does not. You may think that Disney kind of snatches at your money, but it really doesn't. It gives you your money's worth.
Yeah, a lot of meals are shareable for sure.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you could always buy one, share it, and if you're hungry again, go try something else that's new.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I know one thing though. This one, my number 4, I'm
Mhm.
not sharing for anything, and that is
Ooh.
funnel cake.
Oh,
I
yum.
love funnel cake. And
Mm.
the place where you get it is at the American Adventure, and I swear every time we walk past that little place where you get them, you can smell it from all the way down in the amphitheater that's over by the water, and it is far back from the amphitheater. It's over by the pavilion itself. It's by the Regal Eagle.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is so hard not to just go, Daddy, we're getting funnel cake. Come on.
So good. And
Yeah.
it does smell so good over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yum. That's a
And
great
you know
choice.
what? Sophie says she doesn't share that, but she does share it.
I share
So,
a little bit because you ask me, and I know that I'll get in
and
trouble if I say no.
I put the puppy dog eyes on Brenda. She can't say no.
No, you don't put the puppy
I
dog
love
eyes
it.
on. You put the over
The who
overlooming
bought it anyway
shadow.
Uh,
eyes on.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
The
you
whose
put
money
that
was it
sweet
eyes?
shadow that looms over me like, haha, I'm your father, give me a bite.
Yeah, because
Ooh.
we all know in Star Wars,
That's right.
It's really what that was about with Luke and Darth
Yep.
Vader. Darth Vader said, "Give me your funnel cake because I am your father."
father.
No, that's impossible. It's impossible because I already ate the funnel cake.
Good one, so. Oh God. Oh.
My gosh. Well, Mike, what is your number 4? If you can
My
see your
number
list.
4, my number 4 used to be higher,
Ooh.
up to like closer to number 1.
Ooh.
And when they changed the
Uh-oh.
Main Street Bakery into the Starbucks, I'm breaking up, aren't I?
Yeah, you are,
Back.
but I
You're back
think you're
though.
back. Start over?
Back. I'll start this with the story over. My number 4 used to be higher up, and it could be found at the Main Street Bakery.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if I'd locked up again. And but when they changed it into a Starbucks and they moved the warm cinnamon buns to Gaston's Tavern, which I love Gaston's Tavern. I think it's an awesome
Yeah, it's right
place.
behind you
You
today.
know? Yeah, it is. But for whatever reason, the cinnamon buns, the cinnamon rolls just aren't quite the same as they were at the Main Street Bakery.
Oh
To me,
no.
to me. And
They're
so,
really not. You're right.
Oh,
it's
that's a
number
shame.
4 on my list.
Oh, but they're
Maybe
still
if
good enough
there
to have
was a
made
way.
your top 10.
They're still good to make my top 5. Yeah.
Yeah, and the listeners out there need to know that they can ask for extra icing, and they'll
Maybe
Oh,
drizzle
if there
some more
was a
of that
way.
icing on top for you.
Maybe if there was a way to like make the cinnamon rolls warmer.
yeah. They don't seem like they keep their heat as long.
Yeah.
They
And
may be making them at another location and then bringing them over. That kitchen at Gaston's doesn't look huge.
yeah.
Of
No,
course,
it's
that's my
not.
opinion. I don't,
No, you're right, Miss Brenda.
they might be transporting them and they might be losing a little
But
bit of
maybe
the,
that's the issue.
yeah, just
Mm,
a guess.
And we
But
know Disney's listening, and they're going to
uh,
inform us. You know, Disney. I've heard Disney watches our YouTubes just as feedback.
I think right.
if they do, then I'm going to be very honored.
Yay.
Yeah, me too.
But at the
Yeah.
same time, this is probably ruining my chance of ever getting a job at Disney from how much I talk about Universal.
Well, we
No.
don't talk about Universal that much. So
No.
anyway, wrapping it up, number 4 is the warm cinnamon bun at Gaston's Tavern, formerly Main Street Bakery on Main Street. Of
That's a
course,
good
it
choice.
hasn't been Main Street Bakery in what, 5 years?
And it's a
Yeah,
snack credit for breakfast. Don't
Yes,
forget. Perfect
it
snack
is.
credit for breakfast.
mm-hmm.
All right.
All
Well, we're
right,
moving on to
Brenda,
number 3, top 3.
number
That's pretty
3.
good. My number 3 is the Nutella waffle with fruit at the Sleepy Hollow Refreshments at Magic Kingdom.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that.
Mm.
Oh gosh, you just slather that Nutella all over the top of that hot waffle and throw some strawberries and bananas and blueberries on top of that thing. It is so good. Mm, mm, mm.
I have personally tried it, and
Mm-hmm.
I will say that to me, the waffle was too soft. And that's surprising coming from me because I love my waffles to be fluffy, but the Nutella and how soft it made it too soft and it made it, well, very hard to eat.
Oh no, not for me. I find it very easy to eat. You know, if you're going to put Nutella on it or any form of chocolate whatsoever that's going to make it softer, it's going to be worth it to me.
There you go. A little insight into Brenda's psyche here.
To be fair, we've always known that Brenda's a chocoholic.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
For sure.
So, Sophie, number 3 on your
Yay,
list.
number 3.
My number 3 is actually an entire restaurant, and you can find it in Epcot, and it is open mainly during the festivals,
which is to say the flower and garden and the food and wine.
Mhm.
And it is called the donut box.
Oh, the donut box.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Brenda, I have been hearing about this donut box for what, Sophie? Almost a year?
Yes.
The donut box. Did you just visit there?
I've been there twice. Once during the food and wine. It was the last day of it, and they were selling these apple fritter donut holes
Oh
with
my.
like this cream cheese icing, and it was honestly like take Daddy's warm cinnamon roll, make it back into the Main Street Bakery cinnamon roll, and then bump it up just that tiny bit because it has apples in it.
Oh, that sounds great, Sophie.
Yes,
That is a great
Yeah.
description.
it was mind blowing to say the least. And when I found out that they weren't selling them again for the Flower and Garden Festival, I was heartbroken.
Oh.
But they were selling something equally good, and that was these maple syrup and bacon donut holes. And
Hmm.
they involve candied bacon, and they are just so good.
Goodness, those sound great. I can't believe they're number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yum. I'm gonna have to try those. This is the first year that I can remember the flower garden's been going on so long that I'll actually be there
Right.
for it because it usually leaves
Yeah.
right before I get there for my birthday trip the first part of June. And I'll be
Mhm.
able
Yeah.
to try it.
There
Mm-hmm.
you
You also
go.
have to try the butterfly garden at the Flower and Garden Festival. That place is very
It
pretty.
is. I've seen that before. I've been there during the festival before and it is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. My girls haven't seen it yet and I can't wait. So good, so good. Mike, what's your number 3?
Number 3 for me is the chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwich that you mentioned before.
Yummy.
And I shared this with Stephanie way back, oh gosh, 5, 6 years ago. And we got it at the Hollywood Scoops. And I don't think you can get it there now
Oh.
anymore there. But we ate it. We shared it together back when I think Cindy and Sophie were writing Tower of Terror or something. And
Woohoo!
and we enjoyed it. It was so good, and I've got a picture somewhere of it. And
So
you
good.
know what you're saying. It is just is, and it's the kind of thing that I actually ate an ice cream sandwich with a knife and fork.
I
how
know you
how
have
sad is
to.
that?
You have
It's
to. It
not
is so
sad.
messy.
That's huge.
So big and so yummy.
So anyway, number 3 on my list is the chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwich.
Great choice. My brother
Number
from another mother.
2, Brenda. Number 2.
Number 2 is the Butterfinger cupcake. I know they don't always call it.
Oh,
They used to call it the Butterfinger cupcake. Now they call it some kind of butter topping. It looks like a Butterfinger on top. It's massive cupcake. You get it at Trolley Car Cafe at Hollywood Studios. It's got the chocolate cupcake, and then it's got this mound of white frosting that's like thick white frosting, and then it's dipped in Butterfinger candy. I don't care what they call it anymore. It's Butterfinger. But it is so good, and it's definitely a shareable treat. Everything's a shareable treat. I keep saying that, but it's definitely a shareable treat. And with a regular normal cupcake, I usually will take the bottom off and then sandwich on top of you can't do that with Disney cupcake. So you can't do that with this one. You have to just cut it down the middle and share it with your friend. So good.
okay. So Brenda, when are we going to be at Disney together so you can share it with your friends?
You need to come at the end of May.
I won't be there at the end of May, I don't
No, we
think.
were just
November?
there.
November?
November.
We'll be there October.
October into November?
No, September
Darn
into
it.
October.
Okay. Well, we're gonna miss each other again this year, darn.
Darn. We'll
Oh, well.
figure it out
Yep. Someday.
someday.
Someday when Daddy gets that house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All right.
right,
What's your number
Sophie.
2, Sophie?
Number 2.
My number 2 is, well, it's just a pure classic. My number 2 is the Mickey Premium Ice Cream Bar.
Hey, that's my number 2 also.
Oh my gosh, fantastic.
Bing,
Twinsies.
bing, 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 bing. And it's really my number 2 because it's mommy's number 1. And so I'm giving an homage to her. Using
Nice.
one of Sophie's big words there.
Nice.
That's not one of my big words. That's just a big word.
Well, you use it more than I do. So, yeah, it's a good ice cream. It's a really good ice cream.
That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good enough to be number 2 on my list as well.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
makes a great picture from your trip because that is the iconic Disney snack.
Yeah. And I remember Sophie's birthday. She was 9 years old, Brenda. And we made a reservation for Mickey's Backyard Barbecue. And we ate there, and Sophie has a shirt that she was wearing, and she got her picture with Mickey and Minnie. And her shirt she made at the t-shirt place, the Haynes t-shirt place at Downtown Disney. And it said Minnie and me, and it was a picture. Did it have Minnie on the picture on the shirt, Sophie?
Yes.
Yeah, and Minnie
Cute.
saw the shirt, of course, because it was Minnie and me, and she like went goo goo and gaga over the thing.
Aw,
And
sweet.
it was so cool, right? But the biggest thing about that, beyond that picture and all that, the biggest thing about it was they had a freezer for dessert. They had a freezer of Mickey Premium ice cream bars, and you would just go grab one and eat it. And if you wanted another one, you go grab one and eat it. And if you wanted another one, you could go grab one and eat it. And
Oh
on
my.
I'm like, it's like they had brought the kiosk with the freezer of ice cream sandwiches and just left, and you were there like, help yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they should do.
And for some reason, I only had one. I don't get it. I don't know
You
why.
were probably full. That was like an all you care to eat meal, right?
Yeah, that's probably what it
And
was.
Mickey's Backyard Barbecue is one of the things we miss. So it's not there anymore, people who are listening. But
Yeah.
you can, on the Disney Cruise Line, even though it's not on the menu, you can get a Mickey Premium Ice Cream Bar anytime as your dessert in lieu of any other dessert that's on the menu. So they are readily available. Just ask for one and they'll bring it to you.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yum. I've done that
All
quite a few.
Brenda,
Oh,
number
Brenda,
1. Time for
number
drum
one.
roll.
Drum roll. Well, anybody that knows me on the planet Earth knows that my favorite Disney snack is the carrot cake cookie at Charlie Carr Cafe in Hollywood Studios. They used to have it at the Writer's Stop, and I fell in love with it. I was also in love with the Writer's Stop, especially during Osborne Family Spectacle of Dancing Lights, which I miss very badly, and so do other people, Disney, while you're listening. The carrot cake cookie has morphed a little bit, so it's not exactly the same as it was at the Writer's Stop, but it's still delicious. I still love it. It's still my number 1 snack after all these years.
I love carrot cake.
I hate carrot cake.
I love carrot cake,
I do
and I
too.
love the icing. And up here in North Carolina, Golden Corral is a buffet,
Uh-huh.
and they have a really good carrot cake they make.
Oh.
But I'll tell you, I've had the carrot cake cookie from the Writer's Stop,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't all that impressed.
I
But
love
you
it.
said it's changed a little bit since
It's
then,
changed from the Writer's Stop.
so
Yeah.
I should try it again and see if it's changed to my betterment.
That's true. You should do that because I loved it
So
more
I've
at
only
the
had it
Writer's
like
Stop,
once,
but
so
you need to try it. You always need to try it once anyway.
yeah.
See what you think. You have to share it.
Okay.
I hope
All
we'll
right.
be there together and you could share it with me.
There you go.
And
Because
you
I'm not
guys
sharing it
can
with Sophie
have-
because she don't want it.
She doesn't
Nope.
want it.
I'll be over at the Riviera getting my number 1.
Oh,
Oh,
little
what's your number
Skyliner
1,
right
Sophie?
away.
My number 1 is at the Riviera Resort, obviously, and it comes with a very fancy name and a very fancy look to it, and it is called the Hazelnut Caramel Profiterole.
Oh my, how fancy.
Yes, and this is what my one
Where do
of
you
mine
find it?
and Daddy's friends, Miss Amanda, would consider a $12 dessert.
Ooh, wow.
Yes,
But it's
and
not.
no, it's not, but it's fancy enough to be considered that.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of forgot where it's at. It's called the Le Petit Cafe, I think.
You're right.
Mm,
You didn't forget. See? Good
very
job,
Oh,
good.
Sophie.
okay, good. It's at the Le Petit Cafe in the Riviera Resort.
Hmm.
And what it is four, they look almost like macaroons, and there's a difference between macarons and macaroons, Daddy. And they are four tiny little hazelnut sponge balls, and they're arranged in a pyramid. And they have this chocolate hazelnut ganache that holds them all together, and there's a little bit on the top. It is so good, and you think that it's small when you look at it in the glass case that they are all kept in. It's
Yum.
really not. That dessert, it's rich and it's filling. It took me 3 days to finish that thing, and it was
Whoa.
so good.
So what does the sponge absorb? Does it have alcohol in it?
No, it doesn't absorb anything. It's just a sponge.
The zebra
It's
domes have alcohol, but I love those things too.
Yeah, no, there's no alcohol in the hazelnut chocolate
I'm
things.
gonna have to get one and try it because I'll be at Topolino's Terrace on June 5th, and I'm gonna pop
oh, I
down and get one of
love
those.
Topolino's. Oh my
Yes, do
gosh.
it, do it, do it, do
Have
it,
to
do it,
get
do it.
one. And I'll
You
have to
have
send you
to.
pictures because you always share your pictures with me. I appreciate that.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to
send us some
re-find
pictures.
my pictures of it to show you so you know which one to get.
Thank you very much.
They're
That
good. I
sounds
mean, it's
great.
Topolino's is such.
I love
Have you been
Topolino.
there before? You've been there. Okay.
Yes, I love
We've
it.
only been there for dinner. We haven't been there for breakfast.
I've been there only for breakfast, but my girls haven't been there. So
So are
they're
you
gonna,
going for breakfast or for dinner?
yes, for breakfast.
Oh, see, dinner is absolutely astonishing.
Yeah,
It
I haven't
is
been
Oh,
there for
yeah.
phenomenal.
dinner. We usually go for breakfast on the day we check out because we don't go to the park on checkout day. So we go over
Hmm.
there, we have breakfast at Topolino's, ride the Skyliner back, and then we leave.
Yeah.
What else are you going to do on checkout day? It's so depressing.
I hear you, honey. I hear you.
Yeah. What is your number one, Mike?
My
I
number
gotta
one
hear
is
it.
so old school. I told it last week.
Uh,
Um, and I'm going to tell it again. And that is simply put a hot, fresh, steamy, delicious, crunchy box of popcorn
Yum.
tagged right alongside a Diet Coke. And if it's a perfect world, I'm getting those at Town Square,
Mm-hmm.
right? As before you
Yeah.
leave the park, but I'm sitting down and I'm going to eat my snack while I watch the parade walk right by me.
Yep, that's right.
Oh,
That's
and if
perfect.
it's the perfect world, then it'll be the Main Street Electrical Parade,
Yep.
you know, and it's just phenomenal. And it's just that that setting, I can picture it in my mind, you
Yep.
know, and it is just so cool. But if it's not a perfect world, it's only a semi-perfect world, then what I'll do is I'll get the popcorn and the Diet Coke and I'll go sit on a rocking chair, maybe in front of Tony's or maybe over in the corner by where confectionery and the place that makes the ears. What's it called?
Yeah, the
Oh,
chapeau.
Chapeau. Thank you. Maybe I'll find a little spot to sit right there, and I'll just listen, and I'll listen to the music of Up because they've been playing that, and oh my gosh, that is
That's
phenomenal.
so
So
good.
that would be another. That would be close to watching a parade.
Yeah, little
So,
heaven on earth in your little box. I collect the popcorn buckets, the themed ones.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
We
those
have
are
a
fun.
few. We don't really collect them. Our friend Jagan loves the popcorn buckets, and she collects them. And
Uh-huh.
And the
she just
sippers, probably.
and the sippers too. She loves the
Yep.
sippers too. So, honorable mention that I didn't have on my list. Got it last year at Food and Wine Festival, right, Sophie? We got it in July.
Yeah.
And that was the Orange Bird and the drink they had that tasted, Brenda, no lie, it tasted like a creamsicle.
Oh my goodness
Oh,
gracious.
you remember that milkshake, Sophie?
Oh, yeah, I do. It
That was
was,
absolutely phenomenal.
I'm pretty sure it was called an orange creamsicle milkshake.
Might have been. I don't remember
Wow,
what it's called,
that
but
sounds really
it was
great.
so good. Oh, it
It
was so good.
was.
Sounds
Man,
great.
it was so good.
I
Anyway,
think that's a number 11,
now that
or
my
maybe a
mouth
number
is drooling
1.5, it sounds
again.
like. Oh God, now I'm hungry
Yeah, we
for
all
Disney
are.
Yeah.
snacks.
Okay. Well, a few listener favorites that I wanted to go over real quick. Pam loves the Dole Whip and
Yeah.
popcorn, so she's half on board with
All
me,
right,
and she
Pam.
loves Sophie's Dole Whip.
Hmm.
And Jennifer said that the Dole Whip for sure is on her list.
All right, Jennifer.
Lee is in my boat as far as the frozen lemonade goes, and he said not the slushy kind, the hard stuff you scrape with a wooden spoon.
Yeah, there you go, Lee.
So
Yep.
Lee, wait, you made our list.
Yep.
And my friend Cindy from the Blog Rail days, she said the citrus swirl is where it's at for her.
Well, from what I understand, the citrus swirl has been changed to become the orange swirl, and there is a little bit of a difference in how it's made, but otherwise it is still the same.
Maybe.
Mm,
And then our friend Pam said that the Plaza ice cream sundae and the Mickey ice cream sandwich are her
yum.
favorites.
I
And
wonder if
I
she
and
likes the Mickey ice cream sundae that has chocolate mint ice cream or some other kind of ice
I
cream.
don't know. I
You're
don't.
trying to push an agenda here,
I
Miss
know.
Brenda.
Know it. Trying to get some backup. I need backup.
You're good, Brenda. You know what? You can be a lone wolf.
Yeah, lone wolf, then you don't have to answer to anyone.
Yeah, but I have no one to share my big, huge desserts with.
Which will share with you.
Yeah, luckily my husband loves chocolate mint as much as I do, so
So
that's a
there you
help.
go.
All right, well,
All right.
that.
Sophie, that takes us to this day in Disney history for
Oh,
Mhm.
April 19th.
great.
And I have four things. They're a little bit tiny, but they are four different years, and they're actually all in a row. They range from 2001 to 2002 to 2003 to 2004.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, take it away, Soph.
Hmm. And starting with 2001, today, April 19th, 2001, Disney's Animal Kingdom celebrates Earth Day with Artistry of the Earth, featuring exhibitions of wildlife paintings and photography and African furniture, butterfly releases, and specialty bin trading.
Awesome.
Hmm. And then in 2002, Epcot hosted the 2002 International Flower and Garden Festival. It started today and it would run through June 6th. Davy Jones of the Monkees leads off a lineup of musical acts that will perform at Epcot as part of the Flower Power concert series during the festival.
Wow, awesome.
Nice.
In 2003, Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom hosts the first of five grad nights, and I'm not quite sure what that entails, but it sounds really special.
So,
Yep,
Sophie,
celebrating graduation.
graduation, that's what grad nights were about, where they would open the parks late and it would be just for graduates to attend and be able to just kind of party at the parks.
Yeah,
So you're
pretty cool
saying
thing.
that if I had been born earlier
And we
and
lived
had
in Florida.
graduated in 2003 and we lived in Florida, I could have gone to one of these things?
Yeah. C'est la vie.
Mm. And
Yep.
in 2004, continuing on with the theme of education, Jiminy Cricket, along with representatives from the Walt Disney World Community Relations Department and Walt Disney World Ambassador Sarah Bishop, drop in on a fifth grade class from Westgate Elementary School in West Palm Beach to tell the students that they are going to be honored at the Walt Disney World Resort in May as winners of the statewide environmental education program called Jiminy Cricket's Environmentality Challenge. The program encourages students to think and act environmentally at home, at school, and in the community.
Awesome.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff, Sophie.
Very good.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
So,
Uh-oh. He's
Are
got his
you all
glasses
ready?
on,
The
Sophie.
game.
it's time for the game. Name that character. Name that Disney Who's Who character.
All right. Let's go,
I
Sophie.
got 3 clues, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I've got this character is wise, mysterious, and a little crazy.
Hmm.
And I'll give one last little hint. This character is related to a news item I might have talked about today.
A news item, you say?
That you might have
Uh-huh.
talked about today, not
That
Sophie.
I specifically might have talked about today.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Rafiki.
That's right.
very
Rafiki.
good. All right,
mentioned-
Sophie.
You mentioned a baby mandrill, and I was
Did.
like, there is no way that it is at all related to Universal.
No,
I didn't think so either.
you're
Very
right,
good,
Sophie.
Sophie.
Good one.
Woohoo.
Thank
Um,
you.
You know, in my book, it says Rafiki is a wise baboon and a shaman. He's somewhat mysterious and a little crazy. It is Rafiki's job to present new lion cubs to the rest of the kingdom, and he never forgets a face. Rafiki helps Simba come to terms with who he is and embrace his place in the circle of life. Now, here it said baboon, but in the Disney Parks blog about the mandrill, they specifically mentioned Rafiki. And so my kind of take on it was that, is Rafiki a mandrill or is he a baboon?
Hmm.
Because he
Is-
looks like the mandrill. If you look at Rafiki in the face,
Hmm.
it kind of looks like the mandrill look, you know?
Maybe
So-
people just relate more to the word baboon, so they used that for ease or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. So anyway, that's
Interesting.
why I picked
Oh, I
Rafiki.
see why it is. I already looked it up.
Of
The
course
male
you did.
mandrill is the largest living monkey. Mandrills are also known as forest baboons.
Well,
the
there
character-
you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good
There
job,
you
Sophie.
go. Very good.
So
Cool
they're
up
both
on-
correct.
So there
Yay.
you Okay. Well, that's cool. But
Very
anyway,
good.
good job,
Very
Sophie.
good.
Way to pick that
Yay.
out. I'm
Thank
like,
you.
I didn't give a whole lot, I don't think.
Yay.
So,
Very good.
You didn't give a lot. I'm proud of myself for that one.
Yay.
you should be. You should be. All right, Brenda, that wraps us up to you.
Yep, ready for our Walt Disney quote this day. It's a quote by Walt that says, "What seems real to the mind can be as important as any material fact. We live by the spirit and the imagination as well as by our senses. Cartoon animation can give fantasy the same reality as those things we can touch and see and hear." Walt Disney.
Nice.
Yeah.
What a man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, every week we are honored just to be thinking and talking about the man, you know?
Yeah. I
you know,
agree.
it's so much more than just, talking about Disney. because it all comes back to Walt.
Everything comes back to Walt.
So,
yay.
Well, folks, that wraps us up for this week. Next week, we are going to be talking about our top Disney TV shows. And it's going to span everything from Disney Channel to Disney Plus. And we're just going to hit up on some of our favorites and just see what everybody thinks. What's your favorite TV show? Have you ever even heard of some of the shows that we're going to talk about? Probably you have, because we'll probably talk about the more popular ones, but maybe
they have
not.
new ones all the time too.
Maybe not. So let's just see where this one goes. See what rabbit hole this one where it takes us. But thank you everybody for joining us. Thanks Brenda and Sophie for joining me on the show. I appreciate it so much. And I'm just looking forward to next week. So everyone, we will
see you on the road.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.